A whole list of films that I've watched. I can't remember them now, but I did watch The Sting and Reservoir Dogs. Yeah, I wish I could remember them all. It was a while ago.
Yeah. When did you film it?
April 2017 or 2016? I think it was 2017.
Okay.
April 2017.
Well, you've had a few projects between now and then.
Yeah,
so.
Horror Story that year kind of blew my brains out. So,
right.
Couldn't remember anything.
Yeah. That was quite the character, by the way, on American Horror
God.
Story.
Yeah, thanks.
Congrats on that season.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was insane.
Ned asks, how has your, quote, partnership with Ryan Murphy helped you grow and develop as an actor?
Immensely, I think. Like I said, he's given me opportunity after opportunity after opportunity, and it's kind of, even last year on Horror Story, he said, what do you want to do? I said, I want to do something that's kind of awesome and amazing, and it was very vague, but he was like, okay, great, I think I have a role for you. This cult guy is kind of like a Manson-esque type thing, and I was like, oh my god, that sounds amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So we did that, and then, and then all of a sudden he was like, I want you to play Andy Warhol, and that was like midway through.
Right.
And I was like, are you serious? I was like, you've already given me like so much work that I don't even know how I'm going to do this.
Right.
And then I did it, and then they liked it, and then they were like, okay, well, do you want to play David Koresh and all these other guys? And I was like, okay, you're trying to kill me.
Right.
But that was the thing too, is that you don't think you can do all this stuff, and then he sort of throws it at you and says, you can do it. And you're like, well, I don't know if I can do it, but I'm going to do it and see what happens.
Right.
And each time, I don't know if it's been right or not, but I've definitely accomplished the task in doing it, memorizing the lines, doing the best that I could to be the character or try something new or figure it out, and then moved on.
Yeah.
You did it. I did it. It's in the can. We're moving on. I was like, okay, great. I did it. I actually did it. So he kind of believes in you with these insane ideas that you never think you would ever be acting or doing. And in that respect helps you grow immensely.
Right.
And gives you a lot of self-confidence and sort of says, well, you kind of question yourself in a way too, and you're like, well what do I think I can do? And I could probably do more than that.
Right.
So, yeah, he's been instrumental in all of my growth.
Yeah, you need someone in your corner of the ring to sometimes force you to surprise yourself.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It sounds like he's taken on that role, to say the least.
Absolutely, yeah.
Kind of bouncing off of that, Sophia Ramos Carrillo asks, what has been the most demanding and tiring role that you took up, and how did the role mentally affect you? And it sounds like last year,
Last year, The Horror Story was mentally and physically exhausting. More physically than anything. I think the hours on the show, and then all the lines you would have to memorize sort of last minute, and all the different characters I had to do. It was pretty exhausting, and I was sort of losing my mind in a horrible way. But I got it back.
You found it.
I went on a trip to Nashville and saw Chris Stapleton and kind of got my brain back. But yeah, that one was intense, and then they've all been kind of horrifically intense. But Tate kind of affected me too, because that was sort of fresh out of the gate in this new sort of applying myself phase. And yeah, he's obviously a psycho.
Right.
And is constantly upset or emotional or angry or yelling or whatever. And Kai was a lot like that too. Just these extreme emotional highs and lows. And so both of those, even the character I'm doing now in Pose, is exhausting, and especially emotionally and mentally. So I'm done.
Yeah, it sounds like you're due for
super done.
due for someone who's just being.
Yeah, dude, I just want to be.
No
I just
wonder
want to
why.
relax and be. That'd be great.